Oh. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Two Peas Potting, February edition.
Day after Valentine's edition.
Day after Valentine's edition.
It's our Valentine's episode.
Well,
We're both not Valentine's people.
no, at all. And after yesterday, I'm like, I told Blaine, after everything that happened yesterday, I'm like, see, this is why Valentine's sucks. It's this
You know
day's
what?
fault.
Valid.
Thank you.
Valid.
But anyway, I'm Sam.
I'm Kylie.
And today, we're going to talk about book 2. And I don't know what her series is called, but we're going to talk about Caught Up by Navessa Allen. I don't know what this series is called.
I was trying to think of it this entire time, and I can't even remember what it's called. I know it's a trilogy of some sort.
Into the Darkness.
You know what? I was about to say After Dark trilogy, but I was like, I don't think that's right. I was kind of close.
Into the Darkness.
Into the Darkness. That sounds like a really cool, like, spooky musical.
Yeah, kind of like Into the Woods.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I think that's where I got it. Oh, God. Yeah. So that was our Valentine's read.
It's very, I don't know, I feel like it's like Valentine's-y. Gave me some S&M vibes. Na na na, come on.
Yeah, I fucking did.
So, this book, I understand it had the different characters, but so different.
They were so different. Okay, so
Different.
I need to get my thoughts straight for a second because I have a lot about this book. They're not necessarily bad.
No.
But so I went into this book thinking it was about the roommate. I thought it was Tyler.
Thank you. I thought it was going to be 2, and then I was like, who the fuck is Junior?
So did I. I was so confused.
I was like, do I need to go back and read Lights Out? Because I don't remember who this dude is.
Same. I did the same thing. I was like, I'm lost. So I had to like stop at first and like kind of research. I was like, oh, okay. It's the cousin of the girl from Lights Out.
The cousin of Allie.
Thank you. I couldn't remember her name. I was going to say Lauren, but I was like, no. That's the main girl in this book.
Yeah. So this, and I think once I realized, because like the cover, I thought I was going to be like, ooh, bad biker boy romance. No, it's a mafia romance. And I do not like mafia romance. I hate them.
I know you don't.
And this one, it wasn't
I know
bad.
you don't. However, he was a biker too.
It's not the same. I've read like a strict biker romance, and that one was so good. That's what I thought. See, look, I judged the book by the cover, but I mean, it wasn't.
This is again why I'm just such an easy reader, because I was like, oh, all right.
It wasn't bad though, because I started. I was like, maybe like this far, and I was like, it's a mafia romance, and then because I went to that silent book club and I only read like this much, and I was like, oh
Yeah.
no. But then I started reading, and I was like, oh. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this one, people said that Lights Out was spicy. Nuh-uh. This one is so much spicier. And it just like, first chapter, sex.
Throws you right in. Right in. This is the very first book I have ever given a 5 out of 5 spice to. Ever.
Pretty spicy.
It's pretty up there. I just spit everywhere. I apologize if you saw that. My bad.
A little excited.
I have so much to say about this book.
A little excited.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a very spicy book. Didn't expect it to be a mafia. And again, like I said, thrown off because I had no idea who Junior was.
Yeah, I was like thinking, and I'm like, who is this? And I was like, the roommate. I'm like, no, that's not the roommate.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, maybe, like, who is this person? And then I was like, oh yeah, my cousin Allie. And then I was like, oh, he's the mobster guy they went to get rid of the guy that they murdered in book 1.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, right. You guys are the mob people, the bad family that Allie doesn't like to interact with. And like,
which can't really say I blame her.
Yeah. But after like, sorry, I have feelings. After like getting to that part and realizing who Junior was, I was like, well, I could care less about you now. Like, why? Why are we doing this?
You could care less about Junior?
Yeah.
No, he was the nice one of the family, it seemed like, in Lights Out when like she went to him.
I don't remember that. At all?
It kind of came back to me once, like, it triggered my memory a little bit when it got brought up, I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's right." Like, there was a little bit he was, like, nice in his junior way, nice.
Yes. Yeah. Well, once I figured out who it was, I was like, "Eh," but then, like, once I got into it more, I'm like, "Okay, he's not that bad."
He's not that bad. He grew on me, I liked Junior.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's something maybe I'm weird, but I would be low-key flattered to find out that my high school fling, like, little bit of a situationship, was, like, kind of stalking me and protecting me all those years. I'd be like, "Wow, no one will fuck with me ever again, huh?"
Shit. Yeah, I don't know. I so the book starts with them what you think is them disposing of Tommy,
Yes.
which is Lauren's dad. And so like that's chapter 1. So like I'm reading through this book. You're like, "Oh wow, sex, 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 sex. Ooh, 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 ooh. When is she going to find out about her dad? When is this problem going to happen?" Oh, right here at the end of the book.
I know, it took a while. I didn't think she was ever gonna find out, to be quite honest with you.
Well, at that point, like, I forgot about it. And then when her grandma brought it up again, I was like, "Oh, right, her dad."
The same time in the start when, like, Junior's talking about, like, everything that happened, it did sound like she really didn't care, and even when you, like, hear her talk about it, she's like, "Oh, yeah, my dad went missing again. Who knows if he's dead or not? I don't really care."
Surprise,
So, like,
surprise. Typical dad.
that's why it didn't make sense to me personally why she like, it kinda did, but at the same time it didn't, why she was so mad when she found out, like, Junior had something to do with it. But I was like, "He was kind of a piece of shit, and you literally said you didn't fucking care about your dad,
Yeah.
so why do you care
Care
now?"
now. Yeah, I don't
Question
know.
mark.
It was I don't know, the whole dynamic. Like, I liked their like interactions between one another and like them rebuilding that connection that they lost in high school because, well, she thinks that he threw her under the bus, but it was really their dads that got in the way. Because,
Oh, yeah.
rival mobs can't have that.
Can't have that. Romeo this was a very different approach on Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
Oh god. It is not for the faint of heart, I'll tell you that much.
no. So the story is about Junior, who is like the oldest son of his like family. So his dad's like, "Ah, you got to take over the mob shit." And he's like, "But I don't want to." And he's like, "Oh, too bad.
Too bad, so sad.
You're gonna do what I
You
say,
gotta.
or you're gonna sleep with the fishes." Basically. And Lauren is the daughter of a different mob boss, and she ended up well, they're Italian because, the mob.
Hey.
And so they're all very, very Catholic, Italian Catholic. So they go to mass, they go to church, and Lauren decides, I'm gonna be a sex worker. Fuck all of you. I'm gonna make prostitution legal.
Which is such a boss move for her to be able to walk into church doing what she does and, like, everybody knowing that she does it and her grandma being like, "Yeah, my granddaughter's a sex worker. What about it?"
Yeah, her grandma's like, yeah, she's pretty fucking cool.
Do you know how much money she makes in a month? Probably more than you guys do.
In your whole year. And
Literally.
she's doing it legally, unlike all you fuckers.
Mhm. She's not well, and that's the whole thing is, like, she's not actually, like, genuinely prostituting herself off. It's, like, essentially how I took it as, like, an OnlyFans type of situation.
Yeah. Well,
So,
OnlyFans and then like the club.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't even know what it
The
like a
sex
gentleman's club on
club.
steroids or some shit like that. I don't
It's like a sex club, a fantasies club.
yeah, like a red room club or something.
Yeah. You have to be
Red
members
district, red
only.
light district, that's
Red
what it
light
was.
district, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a members only. Like, oh, you want to come watch people do it? Well, you need to be a member. And we have to run extensive background checks because no fucking creeps.
Which is completely fair if you're gonna have a club
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, 1,010%, do what you gotta do.
But she was like meeting with politicians in the city to like create safe environments for sex workers so then they could actually like speak out if they were abused because like there's such a fine line in sex work of it being like
Yeah.
oh, well, she was asking for it. No, she wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they both had their roles. And so at the beginning of the book, Junior and his brothers dispose of a body and a car. And he's like, all right, now with Tommy out of the way, I can finally be with Lauren again. Except for I need to get rid of my dad too. But that's a problem for later. And as you're like reading the story, you find out that Junior is Lauren's like number one subscriber. Pays her hella money.
Substantially.
The fuck ton of money. And obviously,
Yeah.
like, she doesn't know it's him.
A bunch of money for private videos. So,
Like,
like, it's like a subscription
thousands
where
of dollars.
she goes live for, like, her subscribers or whatever, and, like, they all get to see the same stuff, but then you can pay privately for, like, a private video for
Custom things that you
X amount of
request.
minutes. Yeah. X amount of minutes, do XYZ, or, like,
I
if you pay a certain amount, she gets to have free creative vision,
freedom.
which is what he always
I
does.
started dying laughing at the part. So she lives with her two roommates, Ryan and Taylor. And the part where they were talking, like Taylor talking is like, yeah, he like wants like food play and he wants me to like rub oil on me. And Ryan and, and Lauren are like, he's a cannibal. You need to block him. Like it's not a sex thing. It's an eating people thing. And she's like, what? What do you mean?
Poor Taylor, she was mortified when that happened. Yeah, that was a new one for me. I was like, "Oh god."
Yeah, because at first, like, I was like, when I was reading it, I was in the same boat as Taylor. I'm like, that's fucking weird. But I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Everybody has what they like,
To
I
each
guess.
their own, I guess.
Yeah. Nope. That was cannibalism.
Which I just want to say this really quick because this book got a lot of mixed reviews because of what's inside the book. And this is definitely a book where you literally have to live by the phrase to each their own.
Yeah. But
Like,
like,
for
I
real.
don't know. That honestly kind of pissed me off.
It did to
Because
me too once I figured out why it got the reviews it did.
yes, because okay, like if you're just looking at them like comparing Lights Out to
Mhm.
Caught Up. Caught Up is not as good of a book as Lights Out.
No,
Lights
it is
Out
not.
is a lot better in my opinion. I think just the banter in Lights Out I enjoy more.
I think the
But
storyline in Lights Out is a lot better too,
is better.
honestly.
Yeah. But I feel like as if you don't lump them in as like a trilogy, it is a good book on its own. And I
Yes.
think because I read it so like spread out from when I read Lights Out, it helped with that. And I just had to remind myself, like, oh, this is just its own book. Oh, hey, look, Josh and Allie are here.
Yeah.
Love those guys.
Yeah.
And I just had to kind of like forget about Lights Out while I was reading it because that was like, But you know what? We're gonna lose more followers, and I don't care. Fucking leave. I have opinions lately, and I don't give a fuck. If you're gonna fucking throw a bitch fucking fit about someone using they, them fucking pronouns, the door. Like, is that really affecting you that fucking much? God forbid it doesn't say he. For everyone listening, I'm putting middle fingers up. Like,
Yeah. No, that
what?
it
Oh
pissed me
my
off
gosh, I
too.
cannot read this book anymore. It said they, them. Oh my God,
It
I
pissed
didn't
me
realize
off
you were
too,
so
yeah.
sensitive and emotional. Y'all call liberal
I
snowflakes? Get over it.
I texted Sam because I read the book before she did. Not intentionally, but because I was trying to see
You
how
were like
everything would
on
work
a
out for me
roll with
in my
reading it.
life. Yeah. But I remember texting her once I figured out why it got the reviews it got. I was like, I figured out why. And like I kind of just told her a little bit about it and she's like, "Oh my god." I was like, "Yeah." So that's why. And like it pissed me off too because the fact that it bothers you when it's fiction first and foremost, and
None
also
of
she's
this
just
is
writing.
real.
Well, it's real, but like, well, real with the times in the sense of like she's doing what's going on in the times. She's writing what's like in our time right now. So
Yeah.
like, what's the big deal if
But,
she's being inclusive for everybody?
but what is this character doing to you? Absolutely
And it's
nothing.
not even the main character.
No! Oh, God forbid it's her roommate that edits their videos for them.
Their safe person that they feel comfortable enough sharing these videos with to
For
edit the
them to
videos.
edit them and make
Yeah,
really
like
funny outtakes when she falls off the bed because their roommate sets off the fire alarm.
yeah, like, it made me all worked up, and I got all worked up, and then it sent me on this little rampage.
And I'm so glad you messaged me about it because like that was like a big aversion and that's why it took me so long to read this book because nobody told me
Me too.
why they didn't like it. They're like, "Oh no, it's so bad. Like the book is terrible." Da 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 da. Da." But they never said why. And I feel like if I
Mhm.
knew why, like people were like, "Oh," I would have been like,
Exactly.
"Oh, I'm gonna read it right now." Actually,
Exactly, and that's why, like, I told you because I remember you telling me we got caught up last year. We were supposed to read this last year,
like right
and
after
we
it
never
came
got
out.
around to it. Yeah, and, she was like, "Oh, no, I heard some, like, really bad reviews about it," and I was like, "Oh, no, like, that sucks." So, like, we both were kinda put off by it, but then we were finally like, "You know what? Let's just read it. We have it, might as well. It's just collecting dust at this point. It's on our TBR." And as soon as I figured out this was maybe even before reading the reviews, I figured out why, and then I started reading the reviews, and it was all about that.
See, and like if the reviews were like, "Oh, it just wasn't as good of a book as Lights Out," I agree. Like it wasn't. But you're so fixated on a they them pronoun, like, ugh, grow up. And
Yeah,
if you don't
and
like
like
it,
Sam said,
stop reading it. Like,
don't
why are
read
you
it. You
letting
don't
it
have to
bother
read
you
it.
so much?
That part. Like, why are you letting it bother you so much? And, like, just because you don't enjoy it doesn't mean that somebody else can't, you know?
Yeah,
Like, just you don't have to go out and then be like, "Oh, it's the worst book ever, don't read it." It's like, "Okay,
because they're
I have a few
intrusive, God
friends."
forbid.
Yeah. I have a few friends who I know this isn't their cup of tea, so I warned them. I was like, "I suggest you don't read this because 'cause you're not gonna like it." They appreciated me telling them that. And they were like, "Okay, good to know, I won't read it." That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, but bashing the whole book because of that, for one,
Such a small character.
it's so messed up, and that's so unfair for the author.
It
Like,
really because I love Navessa Allen.
yeah, I think she's a good writer. I don't think the writing in this book was as good as in Lights Out. There was a few things like what she like wrote in there was like, oh, that I don't like that. And it
And that's
wasn't it
fair.
was just like little things, like little like, oh, like this is what the character's thinking in their head things. I'm like, ew, I don't like that.
No, I totally get that.
Um,
And, like Sam said, if we lose followers because of this, I'm sorry, that sucks, but, like,
the
we put a
no.
disclaimer that we are a book podcast that's judgmental, shares all of our intrusive, unpopular thoughts and opinions,
We're
and, like,
not
these
here for
are
you to
our
like us.
thoughts.
We're just here.
We're just here. We wanted to share, like, our intrusive thoughts, our, thoughts and opinions and hear other people's as well, but, like, we generally like to keep political stuff out of this, but, like, I can't keep quiet about this because I think it's such a silly reason to be mad about a book.
It's so dumb. Like,
Like, I
why are
feel like
you letting it affect you that bad?
there's way other
Like,
books you can be mad at
okay,
that are way worse
cool.
than
You know
that.
what? You don't want to read about like those type of themes. Don't read like Red, White, and Royal Blue, where it's a same sex couple. I get that. If that's not what you're into,
Yeah.
but don't read it. But if you're gonna freak out over one side character in a book, where half the time, like, it's the thing is, the people who are gonna get upset about it is the people who are like, well, I don't understand why I have to call them they. It's just such a small thing, like, you're reading it and they're like, "Oh, yeah, they did this." You're like, "Yeah, you just read, like, just keep going." It's just
Keep going. And that character is so minor in the story that I'm
yeah,
like, was that's really what you guys are losing sleep over is that one little character?
yeah. You
I was
the
just so confused by it once I read the reviews because I deep dove and read, like, so many reviews, and I was just, like,
oh,
giggling because I was like, "Really?" And some of them weren't even about the character. They were, like, about what you said, the writing, which respected that. I totally understand. It is very different from Lights Out, and I will give it that, it
very.
is. Personally, I did love the book, but
I
that's just my own opinion,
liked the book, but I like it for very different reasons than I like Lights Out. I
and
loved the
that's totally
story
fair.
of Lights Out. I loved the banter and the
Mhm.
characters. This book, if you wanna read good fucking smut, read this book. Because the spice and, like, the way that she talks about the sex scenes and the way that it's, like, so open about, like like
Everything.
accepting all kinks. Like, it's a very good book in that aspect. Like, they're good books in different ways. And I don't think, like, it's hard that she kept it in the same series because then you automatically want to compare it to the previous book. And I feel like
You
it
do,
was,
you
it
do.
kind of did this book a disservice. But then after reading Lights Out and this book, I don't know that I want to read the third one.
Intrigued about the third one because of seeing the different side of Tyler in this book.
Is it going to be Tyler?
It's gonna be Tyler.
I don't like Tyler.
I did research on it because I was like, where does Tyler come into play then? Because I thought this one was about Tyler. And then so the next one's about Tyler because at the very end they're introducing Tyler and that girl that he showed up with, his girlfriend,
Yeah,
and it's about
in the
them
epilogue.
too. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the epilogue. I was like, it's somewhere in there. My overall thoughts, I have it in my little cute journal that I have. I wrote all caps, hot as hell, because I mean it really is. Crazy kinky, and Walter was the best character hands down.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, I'm gonna rebuttal that. I really justice for Taylor. I think she was fucking hilarious.
Taylor was awesome. It was
Her
okay.
threatening him with a giant dildo. Like,
She was killing me when Lauren was telling the story about what happened in high school. She's like, "Tonight we ride."
well, and then
We
like
ride a dog.
hate sex, hate stuff. I think Taylor was the best character. And then that's the other thing. Like when I was reading, I was like, man, I hope the next book's about Taylor.
You know, I mean, just like even a novella about Taylor, I'd be down with.
He's so unhinged, and I love it. I feel like
She's great.
I liked Taylor so much because as I was reading it, I was just thinking about us, and I'm like, that is totally us in the way we react to each other when we're telling each other serious things, and we're like, I'm gonna fucking beat their ass, or yeah, fuck him, twist his
It really
dick,
is.
like.
It really was. She was cracking me up too. Taylor was a good one. Maybe it's just a Taylor thing because we both love Taylor from The Summer I Turned Pretty also. So maybe you just need a Taylor best
A
friend.
Taylor in your life,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I don't
But
know.
yeah,
I don't know the problem in this story. I don't know. It didn't feel like much of a problem. Was a very submissive character in the story, and I feel like she forgave him so easy after everything. Oh, I found a tracker in my purse. It's okay. Oh, I found out you put a tracker on my phone. It's okay. Oh, you just showed up at my house because you're stalking me. It's okay. Oh, I found out that you fucking beat the shit out of our principal and framed my ex-best friend in high school. It's okay.
I mean, I think I probably would have let that one slide too after what she did
Yeah.
to me.
But, like, the stalking and, like, "Oh, I realize that you're the only reason why I got to talk to that politician about the sex worker thing." It's okay. Like, she was just, like they made her horny to a fault.
Yes, which is like that was probably the one thing I didn't. She wasn't my favorite FMC. She was one of those that was like kind of too whiny about everything in a sense, where she found a problem in every little situation. It's like, okay, but like, yeah, I know those are probably problematic things, but at least he was just looking out for you. He was just wanting you to succeed in everything that you did, which I get could be
Also
a problem, but at the same
yeah.
time, at least he cares. He wants you to do your best.
Also, I don't understand how, like, just based off of even if you only read, like, Lauren's point of view and not heard any on Junior's, when she found out that he's the one who, like, got rid of her dad, I don't know how she put it together. She's like, "Oh, you've been doing this whole time to kill me." Bitch, if he wanted to kill you, you would have been dead a long time ago. He wouldn't have gone through all of this to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, and
Which
so
is like
that felt ridiculous to me.
yeah, because like she knew he was in the mafia, obviously, because like her dad was in the rival
They
mafia.
they grew up in rival mob gangs. Like,
Exactly. Exactly. I do love Junior's mom though, her little Irish self.
that threw me off, though, because I would forget, and I'm like, "Why is she saying shit weird?" And I'm like, "Oh, right, she's
Well,
Irish."
so okay, I loved this one, but I'm a sucker for a mafia thing. I've found that out about myself. Not even through reading, it was through watching Sons of Anarchy.
Oh.
Which I think you would like that because it's a
Well,
biker
that's
gang.
more of a biker gang. It's not like
Oh, but there's
Irish
some
mob.
mafia involved in that. Oh, well, watch it. You should give it a watch, and then
I
you
tried
will
watching it.
see.
I need to try again. I didn't stop watching it because I didn't like it. I stopped watching it because I was sick of all the ads on Hulu, and I was like, I can't do this.
Okay.
No, that's okay. It is important too.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, yeah. I tried to watch Sons of Anarchy, but the ads on Hulu like killed me. I wish I would have watched it when it was still on Netflix.
It was on Netflix?
I think when it first like came out, I was on Netflix for a little bit, but that was when I
Well,
did
that's
not have
bullshit.
Netflix.
Oh, I watched it on Hulu, I think. Yeah, on Hulu, because it was when we were living in the same town during COVID.
Yeah, fucking
When we
COVID.
lived literal I think what was it, 2 minutes away from each other with
It
the
was very nice.
stoplight?
Very nice. Yeah, when the stoplight was green, it was like less than a minute.
We timed it. It was pretty awesome.
The longest part of that drive was going over the speed bumps in your apartment complex,
There were so many.
and they were aggressive speed bumps.
Yeah, they were. For no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I read, I think it was last year, I did an arc, and it was called Lotus, and it's like a whole series of like a biker gang, and I love that one. So that's why I was very excited for Caught Up, because the cover was misleading.
It was. I I would have thought it was like a biker
And honestly, you know
too.
what? Actually, no, I have a fucking bone to pick with Navessa
Give it to
Allen.
me.
I am annoyed. There was not a single sex scene in here with him with his helmet on.
Oh,
I feel gypped because Lauren also really wanted that, and it did not happen.
she did. Wasn't that written in her diary?
Yeah, we wanted for like her fantasies.
Wow. Justice for us, not even Lauren. Justice for us
Yeah, I felt
as the
really
reader.
well. And I
Out
thought,
of all of the sex scenes that she put in that book, she couldn't have given that one?
okay, I thought it was gonna happen when he showed up at Velvet, which is like the sex club that she co-owns, and he put on the mask. I'm like, why didn't you just keep your helmet on?
Oh, yeah. Which that club, it gave me like, have you seen Magic Mike 2?
I don't know that I have.
It's, when they kinda go on a road trip to do, like, a strip showy it's like a competition type of thing. Jada Pinkett Smith is in it, and she owns this, like, club that reminds me of what's in the book, and all I was picturing was, like, that. 'Cause it just gave that for me, and I was
That
like,
bad.
"Oh." Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like I'm going so back and forth on how much I enjoyed this book. Because there are definitely parts that I really liked, but then like when it gets to like the concrete pieces of the story, I didn't like the concrete pieces of the story. Like
And that's fair.
the pieces for the plot, which normally I'm the opposite. I'm always like, "Oh my gosh, this is too much smut. Just give me like a storyline." But like this one I was like, "No, fuck the storyline. I don't care. Just
Well,
all the
the
smut."
thing with this one, though, was the smut tied into the storyline because of what Lauren did for a living.
Yeah. And I
So
think
I
that's
think that's
why
why,
it
because
made
normally
me
I'm the
enjoy
same
it.
way about the smut. I'm like, "This is too much." Like, I'm I don't wanna sound like a prude. Like, I'm okay with smut, I don't mind it, obviously, I have a lot of books that I read that have it in it, I don't care, but sometimes I'm like, "Can I have the story,
Yeah,
please?"
but I wanted to have a purpose.
Exactly. But this one, like, I was okay with it,
Yeah, because it was like
you
it
know?
did?
It's hard to explain.
Yeah. I don't know, and I don't know, I don't like how they tried to portray, like, Junior as having, like, the white knight complex. I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
he just was making sure you were safe." It wasn't like he wanted to save you. He wasn't swooping in every time and being like, "Look at me, I'm protecting you." It was all in the background, so I kinda
It was
argue.
discreet, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, I don't know. I do agree with you. I did not like Lauren. She was annoying.
I really bless you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. I didn't like Lauren either. I liked Junior and, like, how this is gonna sound really weird, especially coming from me, because you know me. I liked his possessive and protectiveness, even though I'm normally not someone that likes that, but, like, I liked it because it
Yeah.
was, like it wasn't in your face possessive and protective.
Well, and I think with this, because it was like a mafia, there was a reason for him being like
Exactly.
overly protective. Like because
Yes.
like his dad could have gone after her to try to kill her at any point. So
Mhm.
it wasn't like 'Cause I feel like when you read that in other books that don't have, like, a mafia tie or actual, like, danger, it's like, "Oh, you're just being controlling and, like, that's too much." But, like in,
Mhm.
Her Soul to Take, like, he was just possessive enough of, like, trying to figure out where she was to make her safe because there was an
Yes.
actual credible danger.
Yes. When there's and then maybe that's what it is for me, is, like, when there's an actual danger, I'm okay with it because you're actually being that way for a reason, not just
Yeah.
like, "She's mine, get away from her."
That's my woman.
Yeah. Which is, like,
Yeah.
fine to a point, but also, like, calm down.
Calm down. We can take care of ourselves sometimes, you know?
And I love a good morally gray,
Oh,
male
yeah.
character, and that was
Oh,
him.
yeah. If the man ain't morally gray, I don't want it.
My favorite scene was in the club when that guy caused an issue and he just went up and started, like, pounding him and was, like, smiling and had blood all over him, and I was like, "Uh-huh."
Yep.
Like, "I'm
Honestly,
okay with
though, it
this."
made me upset how they reacted. Like, I understand that he needed to be kicked out
Yeah,
because no violence in the club, but not
I
even
get
like,
that.
"Thank you for taking care of that guy."
Yeah, it's like, I understand the no violence policy, but he was also that was violence with a purpose because he was protecting the club. There's gotta
Right.
be a time when you overlook a little bit of violence when it's for good.
And I feel like that was another thing about Lauren that bothered me because,
Yeah.
so when they found out that the owner of the building that they rented for the club was going to increase their rent again because he's a scumbag, and Junior is like, I'll take care of that. And he like tracks him down. And when he goes to Lauren to take her the deed to be like, because after they had their big blow up fight, after she finds out that,
Mhm.
well, he didn't kill her dad, but she thinks he killed her dad. And she's like all of a sudden upset about it because, you kill people? Like,
Why is it a shock to you? That's just what I wanna know. You've known about
yeah.
this for how long now?
Yeah.
Your father did it? Like, hello?
Yeah. I don't. Anyway, I digress. Um, And when he, like, went to give her the deed, she's like, "Well, how did you get this?" He's like, "You don't wanna know." And she's like, "Well, don't lie to me. I do wanna know." And then was like, "You cut his finger off?" I'm like, "That feels pretty mild, okay? I feel like it coulda gone a lot worse than one
Yeah,
finger getting severed." Like,
yeah. Again, you should watch Sons of Anarchy because this kinda ties in a little bit, and it's just now, like, hitting me.
I do really want to. I just need to watch it with no ads.
Dude, I would watch it again with you. I love that show. Probably, like, more on the unhealthy side of how much I love that show. But no, I don't even wanna say it because it might deter you a little bit.
No, but now you have to. You can't do that.
The ending sucks.
Oh, I hate that.
Much like How I Met Your Mother. I hate the ending, and I will die on that hill.
The
I don't care if people
Anyone who
don't
says
agree with
How I
me.
Met Your Mother had a good ending, they're lying to either you or themselves.
Literally.
It's just denial. It's okay.
It's okay to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong. Wow, we've been on a lot of like random tangents today.
I'm sorry, it's leading me, like, my brain is just all over the place. It's like, "Boop, boop, boop, boop." This book brings up a lot of feelings, okay?
Yeah. But
Don't know why, but it does.
I don't know. Like overall, it's fine.
If you want a crazy, spicy, kinky book, this is the one for you. However, I would go into it knowing that it's not everyone's cup of tea. There's some, like, same-sex stuff going on. You gotta be open, basically, if you wanna read this book.
Yeah. See, and like I don't even remember that. I just was reading.
Yeah, and, like, I went into this book knowing nothing about this book. So
Yep. Obviously, when we started the book and we're like, who's Junior?
Yep. Yep. Not knowing who Junior was probably, like, the first time we didn't really know what was going on, but
Also, okay, I'm gonna backtrack because
go.
back to the plot of this story. I think that's where my biggest hangup is in me not liking it as much. Because this whole story, like whenever you're reading from Junior's point of view and he's talking about like trying to get out of being in the mob life and all of that shit. And he's like, I just have to figure out a way to like get away from my dad to make sure he's not gonna hurt Lauren. Like I gotta take care of my dad. And as you're reading that, like you're definitely like, okay, he's gonna kill him. Like that's kind of where your mind first goes to. And as, like, the story progresses, like, Lauren ends up going to a barbecue with him, um, and it's Josh and Allie's, like, engagement party, and they all kinda start talking, and then Josh and Junior go and talk, and he's like, "Well, how did you guys like, my dad doesn't mess with Allie anymore, like, what did you say to him?" Also, I thought this was so stupid, and I feel like this, like, undermined the first book when he like, because in the first book, Josh threatens, Junior's dad because he's like, "Well, Allie's my family, and I have to take care of her, and you need to do this," and he, like, says something to Nico and then, like, he backs off.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, "What the fuck did he say?" And you don't know what he said in the first book. You just know he threatened him. And then
Uh-huh.
finding out in this book what he said, I was like, "For real? Like, oh, you're
Like
never gonna
death
see
threat?
her again and you're gonna lose family? That's your big threat?"
Well, but you also have to think about his culture
No, and I
because
understand
Italian.
that, but, like, the way I don't know. I feel like the way that they portrayed Nico in this book and how terribly he treated his
Yeah,
kids, I'm like, really? That's the big thing for you? Like, you're all of a
you
sudden gonna be
wouldn't
like, oh,
think, yeah, you wouldn't think it was a family man. I feel like, I don't know, maybe Josh was lying a little bit in the book. I feel like he may have threatened his wife because it's
uh,
all stated very heavily that that's the person he loves the most and is pretty much afraid of is his wife.
which is like fair.
Valid.
But like, I don't know. It was just like, and the whole, so all of this led up to like Junior and Josh trying to make up a plan to get Junior out of like the mob lifestyle.
Uh-huh.
And, like, I don't know, I feel like the way that family dinner at the end of the book
Honestly, it
transpired,
sounds like a family dinner that my family would have.
yeah, it was just like, I don't know,
It sounded like a very needed family dinner for them,
yeah, but it just, like, I don't know, it
but
felt very unsatisfying.
it was because of how everything transpired with Nico, because it was like nothing bad really happened to him.
Nothing bad happened to anybody in this book other than the guy who got his finger cut off.
I know, which, like, I wish there was, like, kind of higher stakes,
Yeah,
especially mostly for Nico type of thing, or, like, somebody.
yeah,
I
it
guess
was.
Nico's stakes were losing Junior because he put so much pressure on Junior when Junior didn't
But
want
then,
it.
like, I don't know, I feel like this whole problem could have been avoided back when they were in high school. If this was the solution to fix it, like threatening to never talk to you or see you ever again,
Yeah.
like this was a 30-year problem for no reason, you know?
When some guy who's been in the family for 5 minutes threatens right away, isn't afraid of Nico and says, "You'll never see her again if it's up to me." Which also, I'm not even gonna lie, if I had somebody do that for me, I'd be like, Bet."
But and I mean, granted, yeah, Josh had like the tech piece on his side to be able to
Oh,
blackmail him
yeah.
too, but like Nico had plenty of shit to blackmail him on.
He did.
So it just
He
like,
did.
I don't know,
Er
it just felt, and also I feel like, and it could have been because I was like super tired when I was finishing this book and I wasn't like comprehending it right. But when they were when I was reading the scene at the family dinner when Nico like attacked Junior, the way that she wrote it, it made it sound like he got shot. That someone shot Nico and he
That's
was
how
dead.
I kinda took it too.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Wait a minute, what?" And I had to, like, go back and I had to reread it, and I was like, "No, okay, just a taser." And also, like, I understand Josh's, like, trauma with burned flesh and the smell of meat, but, like, them adding it to make it such a big part each time he's in a scene in this book was like, "Okay, why?"
A little, yeah,
But yeah, I did
which
not like the resolve for this book because you find out that Lauren's dad is not dead. He's just in Italy, living his best life with a young mistress.
shocker.
Nico is fine, living his life with his Irish wife, and
Who's beating the
everyone
shit out of
lives
him.
happily ever after with no problem. And all the brothers get to leave the mob too. Like, it was just,
Yeah.
I don't know, there was no sort of like fallout really problem, especially because I don't know, it didn't even feel like the threat towards Lauren that Nico made when they were in high school. It didn't even feel like that was like a real threat.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No,
I don't
I
know.
agree. Yeah.
I feel like the problem in this story wasn't really a
It really wasn't, and yeah, when you put it into something like that.
so I mean it was good still, but I preferred, like, the conflict going on between Junior and Lauren more than him trying to figure out how to get out of the mob because that problem was, like, resolved in 20 pages at
Real
the very
easy.
end of the book.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like, I don't know, I feel like I was just expecting more because they're like, "Oh, yeah, me and Josh came up with this good plan." And you're like, "Ooh, what's the plan?" And
Like,
then you're
let me
like,
in on it. Like, "Oh, that's the
"That's the
plan?"
plan?"
Just
"Fuck you,
kind
dad, I'm not
yeah.
being in the mob anymore." Well, I
Like,
could have done
Cartman,
that
did
on
you
page
walk in?
1. Like,
Yeah. "Fuck you guys, I'm going home."
and I feel like it would have made it better if that happened earlier in the book and there was retaliation from Nico.
Yes, yes, that would've been because then there would've been, like, more stakes, and there would've been, like,
See, and I was
more
hoping
threats of
we were
danger.
gonna have some like conflict and like fighting like we had at the end of Hook.
Yeah, like a mafia showdown.
Yes, because that was so good. And so I was like, all right, Lauren's gonna have to really see if she's okay with him having killed people before and doing it in her honor, like for realsies this time. And then nope,
Maybe there's a big war in game 3 or in book
book
3.
3.
It's called Game On, that's why I was thinking
Yeah,
of it, and then 'cause, I mean, with a title like Game On,
yeah.
I'm intrigued by it. I did write down my favorite quote because you can do that with my little cute book journal that I have, and my favorite quote was, "Goddamn pain in the ass jungle gym fucking bullshit."
Line, that was mine too. I read that. I'm like, that is some shit I would fucking say. Goddamn fucking jungle gym fucking bullshit.
I died because, like, honestly, Junior's low key relatable.
Well, and like that is so real. That is something like if you were in the middle of a situation like that and you had to deal with that, that's exactly what you would say. You'd be like, this fucking bullshit crap. I fucking hate this.
It really is. And that was a quote from Junior. I died when I read that line. I was like, "Oh my god, that was the best line ever." I'm like, I immediately wrote that down as my favorite quote.
It was very good. There was another
Oh
one I
man.
feel that was pretty good, but I don't.
He had a couple of pretty good ones that were, like, similar to that, but, like, that one sent me. I was like, "Yeah, yeah, that one works."
That one works. Love it.
Because there was a lot of humor in this book too.
It definitely wasn't as much as Lights Out.
Mm-mm.
I definitely laughed a lot more in Lights Out than I did this book, but this one did have a lot. It had some good stuff.
It did, but it also was, like, a little bit heavier also in, like, different senses, you know? Yeah, I think that's, those are all my takes on it. I gave it a 5 just because I really liked it, but like I said, I'm a sucker for a good mafia read, and this is me not really nitpicking it, 'cause if we sat here and nitpicked it and then gave a rating, I would probably give it a different rating, but that was me, like, being like, "Yeah,
Post read.
boom, 5-star read," which, to be fair, is my 2nd 5-star read of the year so far.
Woohoo!
Yeah, but also boo.
Okay, well, this is only my second read of the year. In the
Okay,
first
fair.
one, I rated like a 0.25. So this is a great improvement. I gave this one a 4, but honestly, I think it'd probably be more of like a 3.5.
The spice is a 5 for me because
Yeah, the spice was good. I really liked that. And I like
there's little to no chapters that don't have spice.
yes, and I liked the way that she like incorporated the sex club, I feel was done really well.
It was very, like, sophisticated,
Yeah.
you know? Like, it wasn't trashy, it didn't feel slimy, it was very, like, "Okay."
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was very well done.
Yes,
But I feel like
yes.
she does really well writing spice.
Yeah, I just finished reading the, KU Valentine's Day thingy collection, It's like called Second Chance Meet Cutes or whatever. And Navessa
Oh, yeah, I
Allen,
read that last year.
yeah, they did another one this year. And Navessa Allen has a little novella this year.
Oh,
It was the spiciest one.
the spiciest.
Naturally. I mean, naturally, but it was good. I'd recommend it.
Hmm. Yeah, I really need to read. My next read, it's gonna be this behemoth of a book.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Along with our March read,
This ain't getting done in a month. Are you kidding? Yeah.
I would be impressed if you got that done, like, fast.
I mean, if it's good, I probably could.
Yeah. How many
'Cause
pages was it again?
1,057.
It is right there with Alchemized.
I didn't realize that Alchemized was that long.
Yeah, I didn't either, and then Melissa was like, "Oh, you should get that book and read it with me." But, like, I get really intimidated by, like, big books like that, and I was like, "Let me see how many pages it is," and then I saw it was, like, over 1,000. I'm like, "You're crazy."
Yeah, but I really hope this one is good because the last one before this one was garbage.
Oh. And that's the Blood and Ash
Yeah,
series?
from Blood and Ash, and it started out so good. I enjoyed it so much, and then the last book shit the bed. But you want to know something that kind of pissed me off? I thought this was
Huh.
going to be the last book.
That's not the last you're telling
No,
me that's
it's
not the
not.
last
I was
book?
reading through the back of it trying to find like the last like page, and then I was like, "Oh, why does this one not have page numbers?" Book 7.
Is book 7 gonna be the last book, or is she
I
gonna
don't know because I haven't read that little piece because I don't want it to spoil anything in
Okay, that's fair.
this book. Because
That's
I
valid.
waited 2 years for this book. And
Oh, damn.
so
Well, I mean, makes sense. Look how big that fucking thing is.
it's a dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't realize okay, so this one, because I got it, I waited to get it in paperback
Okay,
because
yeah.
all my other ones are in paperback. But the hardcover book is taller and wider. So it's not as thick. So then when I was at Barnes and Noble and I
Oh.
saw it was in paperback and I was like, and I saw it sitting on the shelf like this, and I was like, there ain't no way that's the fucking book. Because the other ones are like this thick. And I'm like, there's no way. And I like looked it up. I'm like, yep, this is book 6. Great. Cool, 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 cool. This book is gonna be thrashed by the time I'm done reading it because there's no way to read this
Ugh.
book without completely destroying the spine.
Yeah,
Which is fine.
unfortunately.
It's fine.
That's actually I've been looking for, Crown Tide in paperback because all the other ones are in paperback, and so I feel committed, but it's all on
It's not
hardcover right
because it's
now.
too new.
When did they start doing that?
A
Normally,
lot of
we'd
them
have
do
to
that.
wait for the hardcover. Why is that the new normal now?
Oh, I think it just depends on the
It's
author.
pissing me off a little bit, especially when it comes to my Frida books, because she threw off my entire collection because The Intruder is a hardcover, not a
Really?
paperback. Yes, I cannot find The Intruder anywhere paperback.
Interesting.
Which, I mean, whatever, the hardcover's cool, it's all pretty and sprayed, but you threw off
That's
my
why.
collection. They're no longer the same height.
That's why, because authors have been doing like the sprayed edge, fancy.
Which is cool, but also, like, sometimes I don't want the fancy sprayed edges. Call me weird. Sometimes I
I
like
think it,
keeping my collection all the same.
yeah, it depends on the book.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. But,
But
like, with with the Lightlark series, I just bought the first Lightlark, the normal paperback, and I just bought Nightbane that same way, so I continued that. And it'd feel like a waste to get the hardcover of
but
Crown
the
Tide
thing
because then
that's
I'd feel obligated to get the hardcovers of everything else.
but the thing that sucks is the Grim and Aura one, I think, is only in hardcover.
That's fine because that's like the spin-off ones, you know?
That's fair.
So like I'm not
But you
as
have to read that one after
nitpicky.
Skyshade and before Crown Tide.
That's fine. I haven't even started Nightbane yet. I'm about to. I had other stuff to do.
But how can you stop?
I actually have to do that in between books. I'll mush everything together in my brain.
Oh, I don't care. I will. I just am like, I have to read.
Yeah. Well, and then I also didn't have it for a while.
That's true.
So,
That's fair. That's fair.
yeah. But yeah, anyway, sorry, we kind of this episode has been all over the place.
Yeah, it's fine. That's why they like listening to us. It's fine.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Two Peas Potting. Hope you enjoyed our opinions about Caught Up by Navessa Allen.
And if you end up unfollowing us because of them, I'm sorry, but
Bye.
it is what it is. Hope you find another podcast you enjoy. Oh, but if you could leave us ratings and reviews, we'd appreciate that. Like and follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can listen to us anywhere you listen to podcasts. We're pretty much everywhere.
And thank you for everyone who has left us reviews. It's been pretty exciting
Yeah.
to see them.
Oh my gosh, yes, I just found a couple on Apple Podcasts that have been there for a long time, and I'm sorry that I didn't acknowledge them, but I just found them. And thank you. I appreciate them so much. It made me so happy. I screenshot them. I'm like, Sam, okay.
And also, shout out to our growing UK audience.
Yeah, thanks, UK. Saw that too yesterday. Got all excited. Made Sam's day.
Yeah, it did. And our fans in LOP. You know who you are.
You know who you are. Shout out to you. Oh boy. Well, all right, guys. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.